Hey guys, Agent of Doubt here, world's worst SJW, and apparently now a practicing Satanist. And my last video, by the way, was taken down due to privacy complaint because somebody who had found my email address and was spamming it with unwanted emails was upset that I would show his email address. And I'm like, well, where the fuck did you get my email address from to be sending me this crap that I don't want to be reading? But anyways, I got something I want to talk about. And that is, I got pissed off because I saw another instance of the monetization of everything. And you guys know, like, I was raised by a family that had gone through hard times. I feel like I have not suffered as much as my family before me. But, my grandfather lived through the Great Depression, saved all the screws and bolts and nuts and hinges from things and, like, put them in mayonnaise jars in the garage with cabinetry that was left over from remodeling cabinets as a gift to my grandmother. And then he saved the old cabinets and put them in the garage so that he could use them for his workbench. Like, he was really stingy, And I have a lot of that still in me. It's like carried over poverty trauma, where I do things where I don't throw out things until I realize, damn, you should own things. Things shouldn't own you, And so I've always had this mindset to be wary of people taking advantage of you and costing you money. And nowadays we have this gig economy mindset in corporations that is rapaciously finding every little way to milk value and money out of every part of your life. Right now, the attention span that you're giving to me on this video is being monetized with ads that I just got an email from YouTube this month saying that I can't even control the type of ads anymore because they're just going to take that opting away from people now. And so, yeah. Fine. Uber is turning your car into, a way for corporations to suck the equity value out of your car without you realizing it and make money off of you. Airbnb is taking the housing market and turning it into a way for a corporation to take a little bit off the top of people, turning their homes into, rental property. Just every part of your life is being monetized, right? And commodified, and things that you used to own, you now have to stream and not have ownership of, and at any moment they can just take away things out of the library of things that you can stream off of that service, even if you had previously like paid for it or only gotten that service because you thought that would be available. Now you didn't buy the rights to have it at your disposal whenever you want, like a DVD collection used to do. Now streaming has made it so they can decide what you have access to forever, and you will own nothing, and you will love it, right? You will just love it. They are going to sell you these things as being as being convenience, when in actuality, if you take the total effect it's having on all of our lives, it's really hurting us. Targeted ads are tracking you with your cell phone, sending signals from a TV that's cheaper because they're not even making the money off of the sale of the television. They're making it off of the back end with the ability to do targeted advertising to you by sending a signal from the TV that your phone picks up to know that you're the one who's receiving that advertisement. And they're just finding every which way to get into your lives and just plunder it for any bit of monetary value they possibly fucking can. And now we're heading into horrible financial times. No one wants to call it a recession or a depression, but holy shit, what else do you call it? Because nothing is affordable anymore. People are complaining about food prices going up. Nobody can afford to buy a house because it's out of range for most everybody in America. Just look at the average house price, the average interest rate that you have to get for a mortgage now, and poof, you come up with a monthly payment that is unaffordable for the majority of Americans, right? So, and this is not like Bidenflation or Trumpflation. This is something happening all over the world. We're coming out of a pandemic. Times are hard. Looks like we're going to have a repeat of the 1920s with, just hard times for the little people. The regular people. Not the 1%. Hard times for the 99%. But at the same time, we've got paper people, the corporations, that are posting record profits in many ways. And so when I see another instance of a corporation finding one more way within this capitalist system to drain people of that last penny, like, and in this case, I'm literally saying scraping the bottom of the barrel, not just figuratively, like literally. So I'm going to put this as the title of this video. The app's name is Too Good To Go, right? This is not an ad for Too Good To Go. I'm not doing an affiliate marketing where you're going to get a link to it, where you're going to get a discount. No, I'm disgusted with that whole culture right now. So I'm just talking about the app. You can look into it if you want. I'm going to continue to look into it, maybe do a follow-up on this video. But here's what the app is. There was food at the end of a work shift at a restaurant that would have gone to waste. So restaurants had been packing it up and throwing it in the trash, or as some activists had implored restaurants to do, they were packing it up and making little care packages for soup kitchens, homeless shelters, food pantries, and whatnot, and donating the food to charity and writing it off on their taxes, right? Well, this new company, Too Good To Go, which seems like it's, short for Too Good To Go to Waste, so they're selling themselves as like this virtuous convenience, where we're going to conveniently keep food from going to the trash, to the dumpster, to the landfill, and we're going to save you money, right? And what they're doing is they're letting people buy in advance the right to collect all that food at the end of the day. So you get it in this special grab bag. They use the terminology grab bag and special on their app. You purchase the right for the restaurant to pack up all the extra food that they would have donated, or worse, just thrown in the trash. And you don't get to choose what you get. You just buy a grab bag of food. And I download the app, I look at it, and everything for the day that I'm looking at is already sold out. You know, because you have to buy these rights to this grab bag of food in advance. This is an in-demand service because they're taking advantage of people who are so poor that they can't be bothered with buying the food that they would rather eat. They are more concerned with getting value for their money, and getting enough meals out of their money to make it worth it for them, because their primary concern when they're eating for their nutrition is how much food can I get to stretch my dollar. They're not worried about what the food is, because they can't afford that worry, right? They cannot afford to be thinking, what is it that I'm putting in my body? What composition is it? And so it could be a donut shop. And so these donut shops, they used to package up the Dale donuts and give them to food pantries and whatnot, or some of them would donate them to the fire station or the police department, but these rights to buy up all the Dale donuts are now being sold on this app. And so people would get this package of Dale donuts, and if you have a family to feed, I could see that being able to work its way into a more balanced diet easier than, like, if you were a single person such as myself and I got like a whole bag of donuts. That's probably not healthy for me to work into my diet. But if I was getting a really, really good deal and I was really, really poor, I might end up just eating donuts for a while if I use this app and I was trying to use it to shop for food. I noticed a couple of places on the app that I might go to more than a donut shop. Garbanzo's Mediterranean Grill was on there, and it was already sold out, but somebody bought the rights for $5.99 to get a giant grab bag of food from Garbanzo's. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this app. Probably I'm going to wait until I don't have as much food in my pantry, and I'll make a follow-up video on this, and maybe unbox a bag from some place on this app and show you guys like how much value, for your money, bang for your buck you get. But at the same time, I am disgusted by this app. Like, it's part of the gig appified, monetary exploitative system that we now have a culture built around, right? And I feel like it still fits like in the same vein of other gig economy things that I've tried out and reported back on this YouTube channel about, like Lime scooters, which, by the way, now have a program called Lime Access where anyone with a Medicaid card can get like 5 rides a day for free. So those people that live next to where they put the scooters, the homeless people who are living on the street, can, get access to Medicaid. If they have their Medicaid card, they can ride those scooters for 5 30-minute rides a day. That's pretty awesome to give them transportation. Maybe it leads to something else, like getting up off the streets, getting reliable transportation to work. I'm for that. But like this, the Lime Company found a way to get a couple extra funds from Medicaid by charging the rides to Medicaid, and it's wow. These apps and these corporations, they will find so much, like, ways to find any little source of revenue. They will find it and exploit it. And this app, Too Good to Go, I feel like it's the same, you know. Now, I've been disgusted with food waste before. I personally witnessed workers on the dock of a Big Lots who were punching holes in bottles of fruit juice, like cranberry juice and apple juice and whatnot, at the large gallon-sized bottles, and they were doing that before they threw them in the dumpster so that nobody would dumpster dive and get these almost expired bottles of juice out of the dumpster, because the company was more worried about liability and couldn't, you know, possibly find a way to donate that juice to a food pantry to be used right away, because, you know, why would they give it away for free? Then people wouldn't buy it from them. You know? I've been disgusted by that, so I don't like food waste, but there was a solution to food waste, and that was them donating it to food pantries and homeless shelters and soup kitchens and just giving it in bags to people. In fact, Uber Eats and DoorDash and the Burger King app itself, the delivery drivers who work for those things already had this program where extra food that had been under a food lamp for a while would be handed out to homeless people. Like, they would give a driver an extra bag, not for the driver to eat, but maybe, you know, times are hard, maybe they were. But they were given these extra bags of food because they're driving from the restaurant to people's homes, and in between, you know, drive anywhere in the city and you're going to see homeless people, and it can really affect you. And, you know, to be able to help a couple of them along the way brings joy to the drivers. So they already had this program in place to deal with excess food, to keep it from becoming food waste. And now we have an app that is finding a way to get in there, find this little niche, and make money. And you know, they're already, the food is discounted. It's pennies on the dollar that the company's getting, and they're finding a way to get their grubby little hands on those pennies. It's, you know, if it weren't so disgusting to me, it would be amazingly impressive how they figured out how to sign up these companies to divert their food waste from the landfill and from food kitchens, and instead monetize it for the last little bit of money that they can get. Good luck to everybody who watched this video as far as making it through the coming tides of poverty that we're all going to face worldwide. Because this is probably not the end of it. We're probably going to see even more innovation in the face of poverty.